Hello, this is your Wish Upon a Star lunar horoscope for Saturday, March 6th, 2021. The last quarter moon will be voyaging to the sign of Sagittarius the Archer, bringing autonomy, sovereignty, and brilliance. The 6th of March this year is also related by my daughter Famke Barducci's numerology, and her method shows it as being an intensely compelling day, okay, because of the numerology, adding an extra layer of potency to any star magic done during this particular moon phase. The last quarter moon is a waning half moon, and during this March 2021 cycle, the decreasing half moon occurs while transiting the 20th mansion of the moon at 1:30 a.m. We're using universal time coordinated and tropical astrology. Luna's activation of lunar mansion number 20 during a waning half moon at 50% light is potent for performing receptive magic spells and rituals. Mansion of the moon number 20 is in effect from early in the morning of March 5th, the day before, at 5:58 a.m. until early in the morning of March 6th, the day of, and that's at 3:59 a.m. With the waning half moon occurring in Sagittarius very, very early at 1:30 a.m. on the day of, on the 6th, at that point, lunar mansion number 20 is magically activated at the exact time of the last quarter moon in the sign of Sagittarius the Archer. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. I'm a Rosicrucian seer, biblical astrologer, Christian psychic, and Gnostic mystic, and this is a Readings by Rosemary angelic transmission. The Astrology Angel magical invocations and horoscope prediction method, which we teach, should be used with all mindfulness since powerful forces of manifestation are unleashed. This is intended exclusively for entertainment purposes. Luna is going to be in Sagittarius from 4 degrees, 17 minutes, 9 seconds to Sagittarius 17 degrees, 8 minutes, and 34 seconds. And it's according to Abraham. Now, the stars to wish upon inside the 20th mansion of the moon, Al-Na'am, are named Ascella and Nunki, that are the beam or the crossbow wielded by the hunting centaur. And this is according to Christopher Warnock. As the angels, as the angel of Zeta Sagittarii and also Sigma Sagittarii, who is named Kyriel, to make you capture all that you hunt and to make them come to you at once. Now, Ascella is Zeta Sagittarii and Nunki is Sigma Sagittarii. So it's these two stars of which Kyriel is the angel to supplicate. And it's to help you capture anything that you would want to hunt and to make them come to you at once. Sorceresses and sorcerers use the image of an armed half man, half horse, or a man riding upon a horse to subdue feral creatures, to fortify internment centers, to devastate the riches of specific communities, and force a specific man of their choosing to arrive at a precise location, according to Agrippa. Where Warnock describes this mansion's name as Al-Na'am, Agrippa reveals Abnahea as its moniker. Agrippa also discloses that for the purpose of obtaining success in the stalking and killing of untamed beasts, magicians formed an emblem of a creature having the head and upper body of a man and the lower body and legs of a horse, carrying a bow and arrow made from the alchemical metal of tin. So the emblem is made of this image, is made of the alchemical metal of tin. Magicians would then add aroma to the icon using a wolf's head. In ancient days, a wolf's life force was known to overpower that of a horse and also to overpower other animals as well. The wolf's head would cause a horse or other creatures to become weary and fatigued. And that's how it had dominance with the energy over it, magically. Now, according to Kabbalistic lore, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Sagittarius' birthstone is turquoise. Rosaries and amulets using turquoise for Sagittarius are magically potent for this praxis. Kabbalistic and alchemical planetary associations, in this instance of a waning half moon in Sagittarius, whilst transiting through lunar mansion number 20, could be utilized with perfumes, essential oils, herbs, or flowers, as well as colors as correspondences. Planetary alchemical metals, in this case, would indicate tin for Jupiter. Tin is practical and workable for this operation. Regarding the Sagittarius birthstone of turquoise, this could be used for amulet talismans as well as beads for rosaries. Now, also, Jupiter's associated metal of tin could be used for the forming of a rosary chain, for jewelry settings, or for amulet bases. It's important to note here that according to Vivian Irwood Robson, author of the book entitled The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology, the Greek astronomer Ptolemy attributes the stars which are located in the waist of the stalking half-man, half-horse to be akin to Jupiter. The star Ascella is located under the axilla or armpit of the left arm that holds the bow of Sagittarius the archer. Ptolemy also attributes the stars which are located within close proximity to the hunting centaur's right hand, which is clasping the arrow, as being attributed to Jupiter and Mars, in regard to the planetary nature of this area of the constellation of Sagittarius. The star Nunki is located on the portion of the arrow which is just beyond the right hand of the Sagittarii, which is pulling back the arrow about to be released in the pursuit of wild game. This is in contrast to other portions of the constellation of the Archer, where Ptolemy assigns differing planetary aspects. It's worth restating here that Agrippa reveals tin as the metal of choice to be used in the construction of the construction of an insignia bearing the image of a hunting centaur wielding a bow and arrow. So again, Agrippa mentioned that tin is the metal of choice to use when you're constructing an emblem or an icon or insignia, which is having the image of this half-man, half-horse, this hunting centaur who's wielding a bow and arrow while shooting wild game. Now, since tin is the alchemical metal analogous to the constellation of Sagittarius, ruler of Jupiter, and also mentioned by Ptolemy as being associated with both the stars Ascella and Nunki, tin is an excellent choice for use as a rosary chain, an amulet base, or for setting of magical jewelry. You know, the settings for the magical jewelry. A rosary made of turquoise beads and a tin chain could be a potent magical talisman for mansion of the moon Al-Na'am, also called Abnahaya. Keep in mind that the number assigned to each mansion of the moon may vary relying upon the cultural and astrological attributes of the system being used. What pinpoints the exact lunar mansion to which we are referring is made clear by the use of the star to be wished upon, as well as by the name of the indicated mansion of the moon. Other Kabbalistic correspondences for lunar mansion number 20 are as follows. Moon in Sagittarius provides qualities of independence, cheerfulness, and unpredictability. The archer also loves to explore and go upon voyages on a whim whenever she or he so desires. Planetary archangel for Luna or the moon is Gabriel. God is my strength, power of God, and a messenger of God. Not the messenger of God, that's Raphael, but a messenger of God, as well as God is my strength and power of God. Now, zodiac angel for Sagittarius is Adnachiel, whose divine tone is I perceive. Tarot card for Luna, or the moon, is the High Priestess card. Here's the High Priestess sitting between the temple pillars, the Hebrew temple, Solomon's temple, between the pillars of Yakim and Boaz. She has the triple goddess crown upon her head, pomegranates in the background, a cross on her chest, and she has the Torah scroll in her hand. She also has the waters of life flowing over her and into the crescent moon that is receiving the waters of life. That's for the moon. Now, the Western Array musical note for the moon or Luna is F. I'm going to play that for you now on the tuning fork. All right, now Sagittarius, tarot card for Sagittarius is the Temperance card. This is Temperance for Sagittarius. It's the angel, 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the water. You see there's a brilliant light behind here, and the winged angel pouring waters of life from one cup to the other, and a symbol of the sun on the head of the angel. That's for Sagittarius. That's the Temperance card. It keeps us temperate. It keeps us in the middle pillar, because you cannot exist in all light and you cannot exist in all darkness. You have to exist in the nexus between the two. You can't exist in all purity or all what is impure, because both will destroy you physically. You have to be alive physically. You must have both yin and yang, light and dark, black and white, male and female. To be physical, you must have both purity and what is impure. What is profane and what is pure must combine to have a physical reality. If you want a physical reality, you have to learn to balance and combine the yin and yang. The yin being feminine, the yang being masculine. Okay, so that's very important teaching in Kabbalah. All right, now the Western Array musical note for Sagittarius is also F. So I'm going to try to play that for you. This one, it didn't sound that loud, but I'll try to see if I can get it to tone better for you here. That's the musical healing note for Sagittarius and also for the moon. Now the information that is found in the document that is in the description box is based on and in this video is based on the oral tradition known as Kabbalah, taught to me by Rosicrucian clergy when I was but a young girl, the facts of which I've committed to memory. Now, much of the information about star magic was taught to me through an adjacent German pagan coven, which had established satellite covens throughout the world. I began writing a book based upon these extremely important teachings in 1988, which I have entitled to be my Star Magic Grimoire. The reference books I'd like to give for you now that are extremely important for me and I recommend highly, and the page numbers are, again, click on the blog in the description box to get the page numbers. I'm going to share with you the names of the books and their authors. Number 1 is Mansions of the Moon, a lunar zodiac for astrology and magic, 2nd edition, with 2019 to 2033 Mansion Ephemeris, written by Christopher Warnock, illustrated by Nigel Jackson, published by Renaissance Astrology in 2019. Second, 3 books of occult philosophy, Llewellyn's Source Book series, authored by Henry Cornelius Agrippa of Nettisham in 1533, translated by James Freak in 1650, edited and annotated by Donald Tyson in 1993, published in 2000 by Llewellyn Publications. Remember, if you're a freak, if they call you a freak, it's because you know a lot about magic and you have magical powers. Now, the 3rd book I would recommend is The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology, authored by Vivian E. Robson, Bachelor of Science, in 1923, published by American Federation of Astrologers, Inc., cover designed by Jack Capola. Now, we're doing one of these videos every week for the half moons, the waxing, waning half moons, for the full and new moon, and also we are doing also for the solstices and the equinoxes for the sun. And so make sure you get those too. And there is one of those this month, so make sure you look for that. All right. So thank you so much for joining us, and please join us again next time.